Hi, Principal Miller. Thank you so much for capturing a little bit of Miss Shannon's ELA lesson for me. I really appreciate you putting that time into your schedule. I know how busy you are. I really appreciate the time that you took so I can follow up and follow through with our next steps with Miss Shannon. She is an incredible teacher and has so much talent, and we want to just continue to push her practice from good to great. Overall, there was a really nice flow to this lesson. Ms. Shannon focuses on independent reading from the start and then moves directly into collaborative work and wraps everything up with whole group discourse. I know in the past you had mentioned that Ms. Shannon is known to do a lot of the heavy lifting for her fourth graders. And when I was on campus, I definitely noted that as well, from reading the text out loud or reading the questions out loud to them or providing just too much scaffolded support. The lift was remaining on her versus putting thinking work back on her students. So I was really excited to see that there was a pivot and allowing students time and space to work independently, read the text on their own, and then getting into collaborative groups. It was really joyful and fun and engaging. It was nice to see a lot of her personality come through a little bit more, from the chants and cheers to the bingo game. I thought that was really beautiful. A quick fix area that I want to highlight is Action 2B. So if you don't already have your rubric in hand, take a look. I just sent an email about an hour ago. So that has our rubric and our ratings. And remember, this rubric is used as a guide to continue to even push our veteran teachers who have been in the game for a really long time. There's always room to improve. So in this action area, Action 2B, this is focused around questions in both written and oral responses. So the types of questions that we're asking for a written element and an oral response. While Ms. Shannon does a really great job of the discourse and the whole group discussion, a missing element is that written response. And so a shift to her plan might look a little something like this. In that independent reading portion of her lesson, giving students specific TDQs to answer independently. This not only helps us see what students can do on their own, but it also gives us another data set so we can make changes to instruction as needed. And so after students have had the time to answer questions independently, they can move into that collaborative group work and then share and compare what they had in common with their groups, or maybe make some changes to some of their answer choices. Our biggest bang for our buck is going to be around Action 3B. And so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you, because I want to highlight a specific area in the video that you shared with me. Okay, so 3B is right around this area of productive struggle, making meaning through reasoning and appropriate scaffolding support. So I want to just highlight this quick moment in the video. And as we watch, I want you to be thinking about the impact the scaffold has on Emily's response.
And give yourself a spider, because you need all the spiders you can get on there. Okay, Emily, here we go. It says, since the title of the article is Water Striders, would you find a water strider on land?
No, because it says in paragraph 3 on the last sentence, in fact, water striders only go inland when rain or strong winds force them off the water.
That is the text she needed. Now, Emily, let me ask you that question. The question is, would you find a water strider on land?
No, not usually.
Okay, but listen to it one more time. In fact, water striders only go inland when rain or strong wind forces them off the water. Do you know what inland is, Emily?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So will they ever go on land?
Yes. When it's raining or it's blowing really hard wind.
Okay, when they're forced that way. Even though they're called water striders.
I'm going to go ahead and pause right there. So as you can see, Emily rolls back her answer. Miss Shannon then validates that that is the text that she needed, and then continues to read and reread the selection until Emily changes her mind. I'm not sure if Emily truly understood why her answer was incorrect without Miss Shannon reading and rereading that selection to her again. So actions 3B and D are going to go hand in hand for our next steps with Miss Shannon. I would like to see more students engaged in the productive struggle. And this might look like Emily sharing her response aloud, just like she had done before, and then Miss Shannon pausing and asking the class, do you agree or disagree with Emily's response? Her students would then reply with a nonverbal gesture, and she could take a quick read of the room to see what sides they were on, agree or disagree. From there, she could highlight another group or another student to add on and share some more insight to help Emily out. From there, we could get more discussion going about the reasoning behind the incorrect response and how to unpack that a little bit further versus relying on the teacher doing that heavy lifting. As always, I'm here for support. You can email me or shoot me a text. I look forward to being on campus next week, and we will definitely look for that area with Miss Shannon. Have a good day.